Hello, students. A very good morning, all of you. I hope all are doing good. Yes. So, here we are meeting for one more interesting chapter. Which topic it is? Do you all want to know? Yes. It's about amazing animals. So, it comes under subject EVS. And myself, Saumya Kini. And today, under this chapter, Amazing Animals, we will see part 1 topics. What are part 1 topics? We will be discussing about the animals which live in different habitats. So, are you ready for the lesson? Yes. So, we'll start with some discussions first, like introduction. As you hear the word amazing animals, you might be thinking you study about animals. How do they live? Where do they live? What do they eat? All about this. And why they have might be different colors, or why they have might be few animals are with the more hair like fur. Their body coverings are different. Few do not have hair, or maybe few have canine teeth, few have a strong what is that tail, or maybe few have limbs, very strong limbs, or few have streamlined body structure. They have colorful like birds or some insects. And how do they breathe? You might also observe few animals will stay in like trees, on the branches of trees. Few stay in den. Few animals can fly so high. And yes, few animals can live even in water as well as in land. But how do can they survive in these climatic conditions? And this, how do they breathe? All about this we have to study. So it's all about a wonderful chapter, very interesting chapter. So we shall start now. Yes, as you all observed, now in this grade 5 level, you are well aware that we have different kinds of variety of animals around us. Animals, insects, birds, etc. And different animals have different habitats. Habitats in a sense, the place where they love to live or they usually live and they survive there with their family or might be individual. Now, as you observe, like few animals will stay in land, few animals will be aquatic. In a sense, they live in water. Few animals will be like they stay on the branches of trees. Few animals live in den. Few animals will be found in desert. And few animals, they can live in both the places, land as well as the water. All about this with examples we'll be covering in this chapter. So stay tuned for the interesting topic. So we shall share some slides with some pictures. It makes you to just remember everything very easily. So we shall start now. And here you go. Yes, the chapter name is Amazing Animals. This is for grade 5. And under part 1, what are we going to study? We study types of habitats. So different types of habitats we study in this chapter. So what are different habitats we study? We study here like aquatic animals. Yes, what do you mean by aquatic animals? Aquatic means, as you all can see the screen, relating to water. That means animals which live in water. Can you give examples for them? Yes, of course. In this level, you should be knowing. So, animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Aqua means water. You might have heard the word aquaguard, like aqua pure, aqua blue. Aqua in essence, water. Water or aquatic habitat includes where and all you can see this water, or animals like fishes or maybe some other kind of animals, they live in water. What are the water sources? Might be it is a well, right? Or might be it is like your what is that? Can anyone? Yes, it's like freshwater bodies such as lakes, rivers, oceans, seas, and even you might have at home some kind of what is it? Fish aquarium. You might have heard the word aquarium. So, artificial water source system and artificial habitat it's actually. So, we have that. So, animals, which animals love to live in water? They are called as aquatic animals. And examples, fishes, turtle and horsefish. So horsefish is because of the name, like it stays in water like fish, but its head or the face and all is quite matching or similar to as of the horse. The next type of habitat what we are studying is terrestrial animals. So terrestrial animals in a sense relating to the land. Animals that live on the land are called as terrestrial animals. Land or terrestrial habitat includes, can you guess which and all land is like? Forest, desert or polar regions and also mountains are considered as terrestrial animals where it includes land. Can you give examples for land animals or terrestrial animals? Yes, ourselves. We ourselves are the best examples. We know that before and all, before this civilization happened, we also used to stay in forest. Later, as human invented fire, wheel, etc., we just we just deforested. In a sense, we just cut the trees and converted the forest into a living land area. Might be it was for agriculture, or might be it was because of the humans could stay, like land was like forest was converted into a land just to build homes, or might be for agricultural purposes, or might be industrial purposes to build factories and all. And now it's very less of forest is available, and everything for the human sake we have just deforested everything. So basically we are also from the forest, so we used to stay in forest. Now also we can see around us there are like greeneries. Okay, so this is what. And desert also, it's considered as land. What about polar regions? Even though it is covered with the snow, or might be polar regions very cold, but it is actually considered as terrestrial location or terrestrial land. And can you give examples? Yes, forest, animals which stay in forest, that you can give as example. Desert like camel, or might be any other examples. Polar regions, polar bear. Mountains, you all know that, lion or etc. So terrestrial animals examples like elephant and cat. Yes, cat. Even human beings stay in land. Yes, there is one more category. What is it? Amphibians. Amphibians, in a sense, some animals can live on land as well as in water. So you cannot consider they are like aquatic animals, or you cannot consider them as the terrestrial animals, because they come in both the categories, and that category is called as the amphibians. These animals are called as amphibians, which live both on land as well as in water. Examples, your frog, yes, frog and salamander. So these are the two examples. Remaining example is for you to guess. So now write down in your notebook what are the other examples of these amphibians. It's a homework for you now. Yes, the next one, arboreal animals. What are these arboreal? What's the meaning of arboreal? Animals you might have seen, they live on trees are called as arboreal, or they usually will be seen on trees or branches of trees, or they will be playing with the branches of the trees. They climb from one tree branch to the another. They just playing there over here and there. And such animals are referred as arboreal animals. And example for arboreal animals, monkeys and chameleon. So these are the two examples. Remaining examples, you can note it down in your book and you can discuss it with me. Next type of habitat, that is aerial animals. Yes, birds, aerial act. In the dance form you might have heard, like will be flying in the air and performing a dance program. And aerial in a sense related to air, just related to fly something. So animals that can fly are called as aerial animals. So examples like all kinds of birds, bat are the examples, whereas bat is a mammal. So you can give example because it will stay in, like it can fly in air. So they are all examples. So shall we recall once? What are the 5 habitats we have seen? Is it 5? Yes. The first one was aquatic, relating to water. The second one was terrestrial, terrestrial in a sense, which animals live on land, which can include desert, forest, polar regions, as well as mountains. And the third category, they stay in both the places like land as well as water. What are they called as? They are called as amphibians. And frogs and salamander are 2 examples which I have given. Remaining examples you need to note down. And the fourth category, they are arboreal, which animals live on the branches of tree or might be just a tree. Can you give some examples? Have you seen pandas or koalas? Okay, so I have given the examples. Now your option is less. You need to search more options which live on trees or arboreal animals. And the last category what we studied just now is aerial animals which can fly are referred as aerial animals like bats and any kind of birds, eagle, parrots, etc. So I hope the different types of habitats are clear to you. Yes, I will play a video so that it will be clear to you. We shall play one video and watch the video right now. So this video will make sure that you understand the topic in a better way.
Animal habitat. Today, we will learn about animal.
Just a minute, I'll share the this video. So I shall share a video with you where it can be clearly understood which are the animals have different habitats.
Animal habitat. Today, we will learn about animal habitats. You live in your home. Do you know where this squirrel lives? Ah, and where do other animals live? Just like you have a house to live, so do plants and animals. A habitat is a place where an animal lives. In other words, the natural home or environment of a plant, an animal, or other organism. Habitats provide the animal with food, water, and a place to live. There are many different types of habitats around the world, from grasslands to forests, and from big mountain slopes to large deserts. Different habitats are shelter to different animals. When we speak about an animal's or a plant's house, it is more like a neighborhood than a home. An animal needs mainly 5 things to survive in its habitat: food, water, air, shelter, and a place to raise its young ones. Different animals require different amounts of space to live in. Habitats can be large like a forest, or they can be small like a burrow. Some big animals defend a huge territory or roam over a large area. Some other animals need only a small amount of space and can put up with neighbors that live close by. Oh, you are very much interested in learning this. Great! There are some common habitats where animals live. You can place this chart in your room so that you remember it. Now you know that different animals live in different types of houses. Some animals are so clever that they make their own homes. Here are the common names of animal homes. Homes of birds. A bird's home is called a nest. Most of the birds make nests from grass, leaves, fur, lichen, and mud, or from paper, plastic, and yarn. The home of a rabbit. A rabbit's home is called a burrow. Rabbits dig burrows to live in. The home of a mouse. A mouse lives in a hole. Mice dig holes to live in. Home of a spider. A spider's home is called a cobweb. It spins a cobweb to live in. The home of a honeybee. Honeybees make hives to live in. The home of a lion. A lion lives in a den when a mother has very young cubs. Mostly, a lion lives under shady trees. Home of a snake. A snake's home is called a hole. We make homes for domestic animals. The home of a cow is a shed. The home of a dog is a kennel. The home of a horse is a stable. And the home of a hen is a coop. Now you know a lot about animal homes. Animals are our friends. We should take care of them.
Definitely.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and be kind to everybody. Bye-bye.
Hope you are clear with the habitat concept. So your work is to find out different homes and names. Like lion stays in den, birds stay in nest, honeybees lay in hives. So all these names, like horse stay in stable. So all about these names of their houses you need to know down in your book. And different examples for these 5 categories of habitats. 2 examples each you have to give for each type of habitat. So that's all for today. Thank you, students. We'll be stay connected with the part 2. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.